Hey, this is Justin Case of American Newscape, joining our friend and media personality Jerry Maldonado back for another installment of American Mentoring. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Yeah, we're late, man. And what happened? It's Wednesday, man. We gotta get on target now. But I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad we got together this week.
Well, we had a lot of user errors that kept us from recording on Monday. We're recording today
We
on
gotta
Wednesday, and we're going to publish it today
we
on
gotta fix
Wednesday.
that thing, man.
Yeah,
We gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. Come on, meatball. Come on, come on.
yeah. The meatballs were rampant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Meatballs running amok. All right, Jerry. Now, seriously. Hey, tonight, we're going to talk about finding your center. The aspects of finding your center, the benefits of finding your center, and what what one might find that their center is. So, Jerry, what's happening?
Your center is like my center. We're doing our center right now. Our passion, our happiness. Finding people are out there trying to find themselves when they should really look at themselves and realize what makes you happy. What do you love doing? I mean, you wouldn't know from my eyes today. I've been going since 3 this morning, and here I am on the air again. I mean, it's stuff like this that drives you every day. And your center. And let's get out the old paper tonight, man. We got some
Oh no.
schoolwork to do tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The center thing. We're going to hit the noun.
Okay.
Listen, the point from which the process is directed, with synonyms of heart, hub, focus, and concentrate. What does that mean? Passion, man, your heart. And when a lot of you and I both know the majority of people have been spoon fed. They can't go after what they want. You can't do that. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Well, it does. They believe they know better. Unlike you and I, we don't know better, so we do
Hmm. We got to find the hard way, man. We got to, a
it.
lot of us going out there. And you know me, you've known me for a couple of decades now. I had it all and let it all go. It just wasn't making me happy. And a lot of people got to get to that point in their life when they got to realize, it's not hard. People are out there trying to find their purpose. It's already in us, man. I think what's that word, hot wired or hardwired with something really important. That's your center. That's the starting point of a lot of manifestation for people because it creates the feeling of a purpose in your life. And if you keep evolving and keep doing, I've been doing this kind of video thing now on and off, but consistently now for several years. But before that, it was on and off. I was trying to do the other life, man, the white picket fence and this and that and the businesses, real estate. Just wasn't happy until I got myself back where I wanted to be. When you hit that epiphany in life and you feel that in your heart, nothing's in the way. It just comes natural. You and I spoke about this before. It's a natural effect, and the cause is finding out what it is and understanding yourself.
Well, yeah, and it's wanted. You wanted where you wanted to be, or where you actually needed to be for yourself.
We all evolve, yeah. We all evolve over time, and things change, and that's hard. People like change, but not being changed. You know what I mean? When you're at that, you got all these obligations in life, and you can't really go for what you want. That's why I tell my daughters now. They're all in their 20s. I said, just find your dream first, then get married, man. Have some kids, and I'll be a grandpa. But just right now, for your own benefit, go out and be yourself and enjoy life. Because when you get that off your chest, you're not searching anymore. You're just being that. Does that make sense?
Well, it does, but I'm not sure it applies to you and I. I mean, we're always out there searching, trying to learn, trying to. I don't know if you want to say better ourselves, but we're always taking those challenges that are laid before us.
Yeah, but in the same thing though, in the same retrospect. You know what I mean? It's all associated with what we're doing now. We're just doing it either more creatively or a different approach, but it's basically all boils down to the same passion of information, media, and giving people a perspective in life to offer some hope and some information. And this is what makes it so much fun, is because when you find the path, the paving stones start getting laid down for you in a direction where you want to go. It's an amazing cause and effect of life because it all starts, obviously, like I said a million times, man, in the heart, what you like to do. And this is what people forget. There's a lady I know at work who knits hats, man, and she knits hats and has a blast at it, and has the best time of her life knitting these little hats. Whatever it might be, whatever that center of gravity that's pulling you, your heart, your hub, your passion, what you concentrate on every day. I mean, that's your center. And just evolve like you and I have from there in so many different ways. You're not the same, I'm not the same, but technically we're doing the same. Does that make sense?
What is? I think I think we've always tried to be true to ourselves,
Hmm.
and I have to ask before I distract myself. I hope she's knitting cold weather hats in New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, it's rain 30 degrees here, man. Yeah,
How
I'm
f-
depressed.
you're
This is how they call it Blue Monday, man. This is just blue Connecticut. It's just blue everywhere, man. I got you wonder I got palm trees behind me to keep my spirits up. I got it just yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. But just examples like that of people who just they don't understand the meaning of the word purpose or center. What they do is just follow their bliss. I never understood that many moons ago when I started learning the secret and this and that, all this stuff everybody else did. Um, but when that's so powerful because everything else around you revolves around that. And if you're not following what you like to do, you're going to create an environment that's not conducive of who you are, and the people around you are going to suffer. And it's so important that people not go looking for their center. No, no, you don't have to. It's already installed, man. You just got to find out what makes you happy. And from there, just keep doing it, and the way is going to be made. I mean, lean not to your own understanding, I think they said in the scripture. Just do it. Just understand yourself. And that's the hardest thing. You and I we're astute to this stuff. We've been spoon fed what not to be, most of our lives. Don't do this, don't do that. Yeah, you can't go after your dreams, man. What's the matter with you? It's not even about a dream. We've just been told you had to do it, certain way, and it's not that way, guys. It's not. Don't let the world fool you.
so
The energy you send out is the reality you create. And when you start getting into the science factor of it, it really permeates inside of you. It's like a bubbling of excitement because even though it's the smallest steps, they create the biggest rewards, man.
our center is within us. We just need to aspire to enhance it.
Indeed, indeed. I think the majority of people know what they want. I mean, we don't. I don't know what you think. You don't know what I think. But you could tell by a person's persona if they're going after something or running away from something in life. And I'm not here to analyze anybody. I just want people to just be themselves, them true self, man. It's so hard to find that person or group like-minded who just loves being themselves and goes out there every day and creates this little bitty life that eventually evolves into it's like the rock star mode. They start in these little clubs or at high school benefits, man, and then they constantly do it no matter what. Who was it? James Hetfield. I mean, Metallica. The guy was carrying a guitar since 10 years old, man. He just never put it down. It was just his bliss, and look what happened. I mean, so it's really that simple. But we've been spoon fed that we got to do things a certain way in life, and it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all.
Well, I think I spent a lot of my life searching for the sweet spot, whether it was in athletics, and it was really
Uh,
a lot of the same thing. It's
you're like me, yeah. We tried everything. It's great, man. We screwed everything up. We didn't care. We wanted to try everything, and this is the kind of mentality that you got to have. It's okay to fail. It's not okay to quit.
that's right.
You know what I mean? We're always looking over our shoulder somewhere. We have this feeling. We know something's there, but we always end up back to the same spot. It's like a recliner that won't go away, man. It just gotta. We keep going back to it. We're trying to avoid it in life, and it's great because we get the meatball mentality out of us and start realizing our true purpose in life. And hopefully, today's show on Facebook, there are no limits with the limitless mind. What was my quote? And when you realize how limitless you are in thought, and you create that feeling of what you want to be, I mean, the world is your oyster, man. It really is. It'll start coming to you. Yeah, you're gonna fall down, man, but who cares? You get back up. Who cares? That's why it's important to really go after what you want, however way you do it. There is no certain way. It's your way, just like it was your way, Justin, and Jerry's way, his way. We lost everything. We didn't care, man. We just went and did it all again. We just because we wanted to be that, and we keep trying to be that, and happy doing it.
Now, now, let's go. Let's circle back a bit. Who said there's no limit to a limitless mind?
No, I said there are no limits
There are no
to a
limits.
limitless mind. People, we've been spoon fed that there's limits in life. You and I both know this, and we kind of just, it's like ice cubes. Get out of here. There's no limits in our mind.
That's true.
But if you look at the average person, like when the people that I run at work, they're petrified of losing their job. And they've installed limits on themselves, thinking this is the only place they can be. And you can't do that in life because you start living in fear and all these other associated feelings that are conducive to where you want to go. And most importantly, they physically hurt you after a while. I've experienced that in my life, but at the same time, maybe you and I are different indeed because we've chosen a path that we wanted to take. Have we fallen down? Yeah, I got a lot of dusty, man. But we bounce back. We do what we have to do, and because we love to do it. 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. It's what we love to do.
Well, we've always been pushed that way. I've always loved to work, and I love to, sit back and assess what I've accomplished during that day, no matter what it was, whether I was gardening or back when I was a kid working in the grocery stores. I just loved it.
You were a gardener?
Gardener. Yep, I'm a gardener.
You're a gardener, man. You growing tomatoes for sauce or what? I'm just kidding.
No, we can't. It's too hot here for
You can't
tomatoes.
do that. You can't do that stuff out in the desert, man. It ain't gonna work that way over there. You
W-
need my kind of climate for that.
Well, we could grow some things in the desert very well, but there's some things like you can spend your life trying to grow tomatoes in 120 degrees, and they'll cook right on the vines, and the vines will cook,
It's
and
it's a it's a dry heat. Yeah, it's a,
yeah,
it's a dry heat. I got you. I got you.
well, unless it's
I
August.
just you bring up a great point with a lot of this. Finding your center is the hub of your passion for what you want to do, and I'm sure you can concur with that.
Oh,
What's your thought
absolutely.
on it?
No, I agree. I think
You
that's
know,
we should all our goal should be to find that center or for passion. With passion, it all comes to us. I mean, it
uh,
enhances everything.
yeah, it's not some epiphany. We all have it. We all have something special to bring, to give to life. But hopefully, it shows like this, and we're not the only ones. I hope people just immerse themselves in stuff like this because the more information, knowledge is power, but knowledge about self is self empowerment. And when you understand what makes you tick and what you would like to do, and you focus on that with your heart and the hub of your feeling and your being, I mean, it's gonna manifest. I mean, things are gonna happen. People are doing it backwards. I get it. They got to go to school for what they don't want to do. I've never known anybody who went to college and did their field, man. And I know a lot of people. None of them. They all went, they did all this stuff. They didn't follow through on it because they were pushed into it. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, I was a music major in college. Music.
You see? What happened, man? You think that and then you get pushed in by certain people. Oh yeah, you'll be great, and then you get in there and nothing. You're like, wait a minute, this is not me. But at the same time, it's a great experience. You didn't dwell on the fact of what you didn't get or what didn't happen. You just kept moving forward and looked with your eyes wide open. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, I had a gift in music, and they all told me I should do this and I should follow this passion. But the reality was, it was never my passion, and I didn't enjoy the people that I had to sit amidst.
Isn't that astounding? I know you just like you and I were saying, we get pushed into we think we don't know everything, but we really do. Because if you know yourself, you know what you want, everything else is going to kind of bounce off you, man. And I get the whole, when I was in school, the same thing. Oh, do this, do that. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I know what I want to do. What I want to do. You know what I mean? But you get parents and elders and uncles and this and that, and believe me, like I said, there's so many people paying the price for that. But if they use what they've experienced as wisdom instead of dwelling on what didn't happen for them, you'd be surprised. I mean, you and I can tell stories of our experiences for days. It wouldn't stop. It's great because we have all this wisdom. We've kind of, curtailed it in certain ways to inspire us to be even more because now we just pick those little experiences out as wisdom to help us move forward.
Right. Right. I've said for a long time, it's building a database of experiences that make
Good
those
point.
future decisions easier, or it gives us a chance to be more accurate with those decisions. And, that deja vu of remembering what went wrong in the past, it's just like that old relationship you ran away from. How many times have you known people that got re-involved with that person that they ran away from, assuming that this time it'll be better?
Yeah, yeah. It's just you're setting yourself up, and I've done it. I mean, I've done it, but that's just a we want to not forgive and forget, but we don't want to give up. It's a good mentality to have, but when you start listening to your heart and saying, "Meatball, you stupid, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
It's not going to work, man. You got to go. And I had to do a couple of
But
those outtakes in my life, but I'm the one to push it to the limit to see if I miss something. You kind of blame yourself or somebody else. Well, let's try to see if we can make it work. That's okay. But after a while, it's gonna keep gnawing at your head. What are you doing? This is not what you want.
well,
Just like you with music, it kept gnawing at you in little ways, and you're like, it just didn't feel right. That's the whole point. If it doesn't come natural, like stuff like this, you and I just do, it just naturally flows, man. There's no script here. Might have some paper here and there, but if we're just talking, it's our way of life, and people all have that ability in whatever gives them happiness. It'll just flow, man. It's awesome.
yeah, one of these days we'll get one of our audience members. It'll be the three of us talking, and
Oh,
we may
yeah.
even
But just like I said on the pre-show, you're like the Larry King now of the desert, man. You're kind of kicking it up out here, and just keep going. Hey, let it ride, man. Let's get the public involved and let them speak their truth.
right.
You know what I mean? And you'd be surprised. I mean, it's an amazing when you start getting all those like minds together. Worlds change. It's an amazing feeling, man.
Well, yeah, different perspectives sometimes can be very, very powerful.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and it's great when different perspectives are brought together and we all understand it instead of fighting over it. I mean, seriously, there's got to be a better way than today, man. There's got to be a better way, for people to be able to voice what they want to voice, and with somebody else willing to listen without jumping on them and stealing their car and stuff like
You know, we,
that.
I don't know if you had a chance to catch it, Jerry, but we did a show last night on active listening, and it was enlightening to me. It pointed out where I'm good at it and where I can try and be better at it. And I think one thing I'll say for you, you've always been a very adept, active listener, no matter what your mom might say.
Yeah, well, I turned it on last night. I was half asleep, man. I clicked on it and I saw an awesome lady on your show talking about consciousness. And
Hmm.
I was like, that's awesome. I said, just keep sending this stuff out, man. Keep giving the world a different perspective on the same topic because it might click in one person and not another, whereas I might click in one person and not in another. And it's that just keep flowing it because we've all been spoon fed, like I said before, the way not to do it
Right.
by others telling us what to do in life. We're brought here with free will. What kind of free will is it when we're told where to go, what to do, and how to be? And that's where people start retaliating later on in life because they want to make their life whole. They want to feel at peace. Does that make sense?
Well, it does. And, how many modern religions have free will as one of the important aspects of them?
Hmm. Yeah. Well, like I said, religion to me, the Bible is just a business plan for life on how to think. It's not a way of any kind of servant or servancy to life. It's not. It's not. It's my perspective, mind you.
Right.
People have their own perspectives on it, but to me, I mean, the words in there are saying, the meatball, this is, if you think that way, it's going to manifest. I'm like, wow, I'll try that. And it works. That's great. So, but other people might think of it as a servant way of living. And that's fine too. It doesn't matter, man. It's your life. If it makes you happy, who cares?
Right.
When you drop the opinion, you drop the ego, you welcome perspective, you welcome life in the most beautiful way.
You're exactly right, Jerry. And I think we could go on all night on this, but
Yeah.
let's not do that. Jerry, why don't you give us
People get bored, man. They got to go to bed and work tomorrow. So we're going to call it a night tonight, man.
Well, I don't know. I think some insomniacs are actually finding this therapeutic.
Oh, first off, I'm grateful for all the viewers that are tuning in from your side of the pond there on the left coast. I want to say personally thank you. From the East Coast, we still have the best pizza here, man. I'm sorry. And that's the only good thing about this place, man. But more grateful for you guys allowing me into your homes once a week, and stuff like this. Most importantly, it's you taking that step. You guys should be damn proud of yourself. Those little inklings, your heart is calling you, man. It got a little brain in there. It's a proven fact now. It's its own power source. When you start listening to what it's telling you in your feelings and your thoughts every day, and you'd be surprised. You'd be amazed what the world's going to create around you. Thank you.
Well, yeah, and if you're drawn to these shows that Jerry and I are doing, there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences.
No. Thank you.
So it may be serving a purpose for you, and we'll try not to offend you, and we may call you meatballs from time to time.
Yeah,
there's no shame in that.
I'm gonna trademark that name before somebody takes it, man. I'm telling you guys right now, you guys are gonna take that. But Justin, it's awesome. Another great episode for you guys out there, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity.
Well, it's a blessing that you come and help us, Jerry, and we wish you a wonderful week, and we hope to catch you next week, and we promise that we're going to be on schedule, on time, unless we're not. So
fix that thing, man. Yeah. Meatball, fix that computer. What's the matter with you? You gotta get back on track here, man.
Okay, all right.
I got it easy. I got the phone. I got the phone here. I don't got to worry about it. You got the whole system there and the IP and all that stuff I don't even think of. So, God bless on that.
Yeah, just about when we get it figured out, they update something, and then we're dead in the water for a little while. Okay, everybody.
Have a beautiful week.
Everybody, this has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's read more. Today is the day to subscribe to this channel. Please check out Jerry Maldonado's social media sites and his social media shows.